Hey, what's up, guys? I know y'all wondering what my thoughts are on the Finn McKenty situation. Hey, Finn McKenty, the punk rock MBA, popular music YouTube channel. I've been watching his videos for a couple years. Pretty much the only guy I watch. Recently, he stopped making videos. He was on some guy's podcast, and he was essentially said, "Yeah, I met my financial goals. I'm kind of not interested anymore in it. I don't have interest in music. I just did it for the money." Oh, now you get all the liar. Oh, I always hated him. Never liked him. Oh, poser. He's a poser, right? When I was growing up, posers were guys that listened to like Warrant, and Winger or whatever. But what do I think of the punk rock NBA in the situation? Well, he's got that look. Yeah, he looks like a smarmy kind of dude, right? Oh, 90s hardcore. He's a 90s hardcore guy talking about other metal and punk, whatever. I'm a big fan. Like, Arkham Report and me were talking. He makes good videos, okay? He makes really good videos. He'll make a clickbaity title that is so self-aware, and then you get into the video and it's a lot more nuanced, okay? He's kind of like Icy Mike with martial arts YouTube. Right? Icy Mike will have a crazy title, and then people, the lower people just react and make things and never see the video, and then when you actually watch it, it's like, oh, that's interesting. So obviously there was a lot more to it. I like that, so I give him credit just for that, but I'll give him credit for a few other things. Okay, I'll give him credit for even musical subcultures, styles, and even bands that he wasn't particularly a fan of. He was willing to look into them and then examine them, okay, and say, okay, what merits were there to this band that I otherwise didn't really like? Let's say like System of a Down. He said he never liked System of a Down, never listened to them. Okay, the first two System of a Down albums are awesome. Okay, but he gave credit where credit was due. Okay, in terms of some of the heaviest music you ever heard on the radio in the early 2000s and the eclecticness of it. Okay, he gave it props, even though it wasn't his thing. It's amazing. You can give credit to something that you don't particularly care for. Isn't that amazing? Okay, he did that also for like black metal. He straight up says, "I don't get black metal." Okay, but he did a video on it. Okay, and he did another video on it that was, yeah, you know what? Black metal was right. Okay, in terms of staying out of the mainstream, they were the least mainstreamed form of music because of its very intense, you could say, almost hyper individualistic view. Just think of Varg, right? And yeah, he doesn't know how to pronounce Borotsum correctly, but whatever. He also name dropped two bands I like that he did enjoy, black noise bands like Abruptum and Havohe. Okay, so he's just throwing those out to make you think. Why would he do that? Why would he throw out two obscure names like that? So he did try to give the stuff, or like the 80s metal. Okay, when he looked into the 80s bands, he realized, wow, the songwriting of those bands, those poser bands, was really amazing. Okay, and the musicianship was like no joke. Of course, Guns N' Roses in the end sort of was like the end of all that stuff. But everyone likes Guns N' Roses. Right? Point I'm making is, even when he didn't like something, he would try to give it a fair hearing. Okay, which is more than you can say about anything today. So. Another thing to his credit, which is used against him, he's a Gen Xer. He's around my age, probably a little younger. He remembers the 90s. Okay, he's like, oh, all you care about are 90s hardcore bands. Well, if anyone remembers 90s hardcore, all the Victory Records stuff, it was hardly hardcore punk anymore. It was pretty much metal, and it had been influenced greatly by death metal earlier in the decade, which he is also a fan of. Okay. Earth Crisis said they were very influenced by the Earache record bands. Of course, Earth Crisis is a band that he mentions frequently, a band that I like a lot. Okay, and that it sort of bridges the gap between a lot of music, the hardcore, the death metal, the new metal, as it was called later, the very rhythmic, chugging type, bounce riffs, slam riffs, mosh riffs, whatever you want to call them. The part of the song where you just want to friggin' knock the hell out of somebody. A lot of that came from that time. Not just Earth Crisis, Machine Head, Helmet. The idea of rhythm. The alternate tunings that allows you to play the guitar almost like a drum, okay? I'm not even gonna bring up, obviously hip hop all throughout, like E Town and Downset, and of course even Rage, yeah, fuck you, do what authority tells you. And now I'm gonna link that to the end of this. Another thing I liked about it was, well, even his name, the punk rock MBA, he would cover pop punk, he would cover emo stuff, but not really a lot of the old punk. And a lot of people took him to task for this. Well, I'll link that. He did a video on, like, yeah, punk. I kind of was out of punk and a lot of the hardcore punk, because a lot of it was very, like, I don't know, hypocritical. That seemed to really bother him, okay? I'm not even going to bring up metal fans and hardcore, fans, music fans, fandom in general, okay? If you think about the fandoms of, let's say, I don't know, music, even filmmaking, comic books, anyone who'd want to try to do stuff like that is probably a real low-life creep, but or someone who has a YouTube channel. Right? You have to be a real creep and jerk to want to do any of those things to begin with. And the probably the only thing worse than them are their fans. Okay, I hate to say that. He got probably sick of it. He got sick of, you can say YouTube comments, but he got sick of the music itself. We, as you can tell, we've all been sort of, it's been a sham the last couple of decades. Okay, behind the veil, all your vaunted, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, all your rebels, all your metal, the kids, we're united, we'll never be divided, all this bullshit, okay, for post-war music subculture niches. I hate to be a dick like that and be post about it, but I fucking will. Okay? He probably got sick of it for the same reason that I would be sick of it. The idea of a community, the idea of these are rebels, the idea that this is like the youth and the kids are going to save the world. I would turn my back on all that just for that. Okay. In the end, I agree with another hated individual, Mr. Varg Vikernes. Okay, like he said, music is personal. I don't want to play live. I don't like to play live. I don't want to go to a club or a concert. Okay, music's a personal thing. You don't need other people around you putting their fist up. Okay? And I sort of agree with that. And I think that's a lot of, in the end, why Finn probably lost interest. Okay, especially becoming a father, trying to make his way in this world that we're going into, this Benglarian world of cycle of history. Yeah, music is pretty unimportant. So even a Varg from Burzum, that's how you say it, Finn, not Burzum, right? Even he sort of gave up on it too. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to music and all that, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. Okay, all this rock and roll rebel subculture shit, a lot of it's been a real sham and a real waste of time in some ways, hasn't it? So, anyway, those are my thoughts on the Finn McKenty situation. Good luck to him and his kid and his beautiful wife, and yeah, man. And you know what? It's anytime he wants to come back, he'll just show up and make a video, and all y'all people will be making videos in response to it. So, you have content that's not even critiques. It's like reaction to videos of a guy doing a reaction to a video. It's very post, isn't it? We're all post. Anyway, that's my thoughts. And my guy, he did, all right, a Sugar Ray video. All right, maybe you went a bit too far there. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think later. Oh, real quick, I'll plug. Talking about Earth Crisis. They made it. Remember, Earth Crisis actually made a new metal album, Slither. And of course, this is the one that people jump on. Oh, this is horrible. Of course, compared to Destroy the Machines and of course, my favorite album is still Breed the Killers. Okay, another album that people like. Oh, the Roadrunner Records thing, but this was their Victory Records return, and it was a new metal album. Okay, it's brilliant. It has some of the best lyrics you're ever gonna find. Okay, not a lot of vegan, hard, straight edge stuff on here. A lot of stuff about The situation we're sort of living in now, you know, going into, don't be fooled by recent, the recent, oh, we're all saved now. But just I recommend this, man. The Nemesis is the single from it, the video they made. Great lyrics, man. Just a great Carl Beekner, man. Is such a lyricist, dude. Like I said, also, real quick, there's a big Fear Factory, and I should have brought Fear Factory up in the video. Fear Factory influence. Was it Burton C. Bell? So Carl's like actually singing, like like Burton C. Bell in certain parts here. Does it all work? You could argue, okay, and also there's like rapping. There's like it seems like there's hip hop in there. If you remember All Out War though, that old youth crew, kind of straight edge hardcore that they started out with, they were there was like a rap thing to it. There was a rap feel that you had like in Youth of Today, believe it or not, and some of the other bands at the time. So really, man, just props to Earth Crisis. I don't know why I wanted to add this to the Finn video, but I did. So there you go.